A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+, English, that's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello and welcome to A+. I'm Reese.
And I'm Laura.
And it's day 3 of our article, A+ Magazine Jobs, Editors and Layout Designers. So in day 1, we learned about editors, right, Laura? What do they do?
They do a lot of things. They have to be able to communicate and check if there are any mistakes. Yeah, and they have to also work with a layout designer.
Yeah, the layout designer is the person that makes the magazine look beautiful by arranging the pictures and the words on the front of the magazine and inside as well. Very difficult jobs.
I think so too.
Well, today's warm-up question is this. Which topic do you want to write about? Why?
I want to write about all sorts of things, but maybe recently I want to talk about health. Just 一些 health topics. 健康.
That's cool.
Or like how to be happy, like mentally health. Mental health.
That's good. That's something that you could like make a blog about. I think people like to learn about being healthy in their...
And positive thinking.
Yeah.
Do you like that idea?
Yeah. It's always good to like give other people advice about how to be healthy in your brain and in your body.
Nice.
Yeah. I like to write, and I write for A+ sometimes, and it's a lot of fun. But my favorite things to write about are probably... maybe sometimes animals. We write, some interesting story about animals. I remember one time I wrote an article about a fish cannon where they blew fish up a river.
I remember that.
So interesting.
I was teaching and I was thinking, 这个真的 I have to Google and like to see.
Very, very fun to learn about. You guys can think about this too when you're writing. What are things that you like to write about and why? But for now, let's get into the article.
Magazine jobs, editors, and layout designers. Warm-up question. Which topic do you want to write about? Why?
Follow these steps to design your own magazine. 1. Choose a topic for your magazine. Maybe you like food, technology, sports, travel, art, or another topic. 2. Find a great picture for the cover, or draw your own. The cover shows the main idea of your magazine, so choose it carefully. 3. Decide on the number of pages. 4. Write your magazine's articles. Don't forget titles for the articles. Look for pictures to go with your articles. 5. Number each page from beginning to end. 6. Check everything for spelling, grammar, or any other kind of mistake. 7. Bind your magazine and share it with your friends.
So now that we've learned about the people and the jobs involved with making a magazine, it's time to try making one of our own.
Okay.
It's something that you could do at home.
Yes.
So let's learn how. First, follow these steps to design your own magazine.
超好玩的，所以接下来你们就来体验一下当这个编辑的一个感受哦。所以要跟着以下的步骤来设计一本专属于你的杂志吧。首先先来看一下 step 这个字哦。OK, step 其实就是有步骤的意思，它是一个名词。像我们常常会说 Let's take things a step at a time， 就是我们慢慢来，一步一步来。那我们常常要看一些使用说明，我们就需要看第一个步骤，第二个步骤是什么 Step 1, Step 2。OK, 那通常我比较喜欢看有 step by step instructions 的那种说明书哦，就是有逐步解说的使用说明。我们来看一下课文例句。The first step to make this cake is to mix an egg with some sugar. 做这个蛋糕的第一个步骤是把一个鸡蛋跟一些糖搅在一起，还蛮简单的哦。
So here, when we're talking about the word steps, we're not referring to walking with our feet. We're talking about a measure or action, especially one in a series taken in order to deal with or achieve something. If we want to do something big or complicated, we can do it in small steps to make it easier. For example, if you're cooking a meal, you'll probably follow a recipe that's written out in steps. This process helps you to complete something without getting confused. Well, back to the article, and it says, Step 1, choose a topic for your magazine. Maybe you like food, technology, sports, travel, art, or another topic.
OK, 所以步骤一，为你的杂志选一个主题。你可能喜欢食物啊、科技啊、运动，旅游、艺术或是其他的主题哦。其中提到的这个科技的英文就是 technology。OK, 所以我们来看一下，刚刚还提到另外一个主题，也是我们很喜欢的主题，就是 travel。Travel 就是旅游，它是一个名词哦，像是我常常会喜欢看一些 travel news 旅游相关的新闻。Okay, I love reading travel guides as well, 就是旅游指南，因为我很想要到处去玩哦，然后可以计划我的旅游。My friends and I love literature, good food, and travel. 其实我跟我的朋友都是非常热爱文学啦、美食以及旅游哦。我们来看一下课文例句。My dad does business travel often. He stayed in Hong Kong for 5 days last week. 我爸常常出差，他上周才到香港待了5天哦。
So 2 words to discuss here, different topics you might write about in your magazine. The first one is technology, which is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry. Technology is all about computers and machines. If you're interested in technology, that means you like using and learning about new machines and computers that can help humans do things. Computer games are a kind of technology. So are TVs and bicycles. Even something like a light can be considered technology. It's something created by humans for a specific purpose. Now, the word travel is one that you might be familiar with more as a verb. It means to move from one place to another, but the noun travel refers to the idea or the topic of traveling.
Yes.
Exploring the world and going to new places. Like Laura and I, we're going to Japan as soon as things open up.
快点解封
Yes. All right, well, back to the article and point number 2. Find a great picture for the cover or draw your own. The cover shows the main idea of your magazine, so choose it carefully.
Yeah, OK, 我们来看一下 cover 这个字吧。封面真的很重要，有时候你想要买一本书或是一本杂志，封面决定了一切，它有没有吸引你呢？Cover 就是封面的英文哦，或是封底也是 cover， 它是一个名词。像是如果你看到哇，有个很漂亮的女生 ，Who's that girl on the cover? She's so cute. 她是谁呀？那通常我们有一个名词在形容这种在封面的女生，封面女郎就是 cover girl， 通常都是很有名啦，或是很吸引人的人。我们来看一下课文例句。This book uses a picture of a big white cat as the front cover. 这本书用一张大白猫的图当作封面哦。Okay, so step 2, 第二个步骤就是为封面找一张适合的图片，或者你也可以画一张属于你自己的图哦。那封面其实会展现你的杂志的主轴，所以要慎选。Cover is so important.
So important because it's the thing that everyone will see. That's what the cover is, the front page of a book or magazine. It's always the first thing you see when you pick up a book, and it often has a big picture and the title of the book. The cover is so important because it's probably the main thing that will help a person decide if they're interested in what's inside the book or the magazine. So make sure you choose a good picture and a catchy title.
So you got to choose it carefully, and that's our last word power word, so let's check it out. Carefully 就是谨慎的、小心地，它是一个副词哦。I always think carefully before I make a decision. 我每次做一个决定的时候，我都会三思啊，我都会想得很谨慎、很小心。我们来看一下课文例句。Please use this paint carefully. Don't get it on your clothes. 请小心使用这个颜料，不要弄到你的衣服上。啊，我穿白色的耶。
So the word carefully means to do something in a careful way, slowly and with thought, so that you don't make a mistake or do it badly. You should chop vegetables carefully so that you don't cut your finger. Editors choose magazine and book covers carefully because they're so important. Well, back to the article and step number 3.Decide on the number of pages.
这个还蛮简单的，OK， 所以第3个步骤就是决定杂志的页数。
Yeah, your magazine needs to have at least maybe 5 or 6 pages, right?
一页 what's that?
It's just the cover.
对啊
That's a poster, not a magazine.
That's right.
Well, step number 4, write your magazine's articles. Don't forget titles for the articles.Look for pictures to go with your articles. Yeah.
接着 Yeah, all these make sense. 第4个就是撰写你杂志中的文章，不要忘记文章的标题，然后找一些图片来搭配你的文章。
That's right. The article used an interesting phrase. It said you need to find pictures to go with your articles. Let's find out about that phrase with our magic box.
Magic
Box。Hello， 我是 Casey。今天的文章呢，教我们怎么动手做一本杂志。大家有没有什么想法呢？说到一本杂志的设计啊，我个人是觉得封面是很重要的。毕竟封面吸引人的话，别人应该也会比较想要翻开吧。或者是你在书局就是很多书的情况下，也会比其他的书更引人注目一点。那除了封面之外呢，内容当然也是重点啦。不知道大家是喜欢都是文字的书，还是有搭配图片的书呢？那书里面的图片，它的作用常常是为了要让人更能理解文字的部分。所以啦，这个文章就说了 ，Look for pictures to go with your articles， 为你的文章找找看搭配的图片吧。这边的这个动词片语呢，就是我们今天的重点，就是 go with。那 go with 呢，就有表示搭配的意思哦。那它可以搭配的东西很多哦，像是不知道大家是不是跟我一样，吃汉堡的时候就一定要配薯条，或者是呢我穿大衣冬天的时候就一定要配靴子，还有很多很多其他搭配的例子哦，都可以使用今天的这个动词片语 go with 哦。那我们就来造几个例句来看看它要怎么用。I ordered fries to go with my hamburger。我点了薯条来搭配我的汉堡，或者是 I always wear boots to go with my coats。我总是会穿靴子来搭配我的大衣。那如果我们要说就是两样东西很搭的话，我们其实也可以用这个片语哦，就是 A go well with B。像是呢，台湾人应该都知道的珍珠跟奶茶的搭配吧，随时都好想来一杯哦。Milk tea goes well with tapioca balls. It's my favorite drink。它是我最喜欢的饮料，没有之一。所以呢，今天如果你最爱的搭配方式又是什么呢？那大家马上用今天学的片语来造你自己的句子吧。
Well, back to the article, and step number 5 is probably the easiest one. Number each page from beginning to end.
Super easy, especially if it's only 5 pages. 没有啦。第5个步骤就是从头到尾为每一页编码。Number.We usually know this as a noun. 当作名词就是数字，可是当作动词就是给什么东西编号或是给号码咯。比方像是 Could you please number all the pages for me? 每一页都要帮我标数字哦。
I have a question. Page number 1 is the cover or inside the cover? Where does page number 1 go?
Cover 应该不是 page 1吧？
I think not. Usually you don't see like a number 1
对，
on
没
the
有
cover. Maybe the inside or the next page.
Yes.
So numbering the pages is also very important. I think a good reason for this is because if I want to remember where in the magazine a particular article was, I can look at the page number and think, oh, this is where
Also, like there's an index that will tell you the topic and the page number.
Exactly.
You can go look for it.
Make it easy for our readers to get through the magazine. Well, back to the article, and step number 6, this one is very important for quality control. Check everything for spelling, grammar, or any other kind of mistake.
所以如果你是文法或者是 spelling 很烂的人，don't be an editor, but you can do this for fun. OK, 第6就是检查所有的内容的拼字啦、文法或者是其他的错误。Do you like grammar? 你喜欢文法吗？
Yeah, I kind of like grammar,
你
actually.
真的很强欸。
It's kind of
我没有很
interesting.
爱欸。
What is grammar? Well, we've been talking about grammar for our entirety of our time of A+.
Yes.
Grammar is the rules that we follow in language. Writing and speaking both use grammar, and grammar can be different in different languages.
Yeah.
The grammar rules can be very complicated, but usually for our own languages, we don't really learn them. We kind of just know them automatically when we speak our language. But if you do learn grammar in school, you'll definitely learn about verb tenses, sentence structure, phrases, prepositions. These are all different things we must use and learn about in grammar. So there's actually one word that we can use for step number 6, checking for mistakes in spelling and grammar. We can use the word proofread.
啊，对，
Yeah, proofread.
校对。
It kind of means to go through your work, to read it and check for mistakes. And sometimes, it might be better if you ask somebody else to proofread
I
your
think
work.
so too. 我觉得 you need a second opinion, or also you're blind to your own mistakes.
One thing I think in Taiwan that I find quite funny, but also a little bit frustrating, is sometimes you go to restaurants or businesses and their menu is like really...
可是我很喜欢拍那个错误的
It's funny.
Chinglish mistakes, 然后 I share in class with my students and say 赶快找出来。
Yeah, these are good. Like they
They're
translate
cute.
their menu to English, but maybe the translation is not so
我看
accurate.
过有脏话的哦。
Yeah,
So
很多。
funny.
I should start a business where I offer
Yes.
restaurants proofreading
真
services.
的。
Well, step number 7, getting towards the end now. Bind your magazine and share it with your friends.
Oh, okay. And then you have your own magazine. 第7个步骤就是将你的杂志装订起来，并且跟好朋友分享吧。这里的 bind 当作动词，就是装订书籍啦，或是把什么东西装订成册的意思。
Yeah, bind is a verb and it means to stick or tie things together, usually using glue or string or rope or something else that can hold them together tightly. More specifically in this context, though, to bind a book or magazine means to stick all the pages together so that they become one thing. But we don't paint glue on the whole page.
No.
We just bind it along the spine.
I'll probably just staple them.
Yeah, stapling.
I'm probably very lazy.
Stapling's a lot easier.
Done.
Binding is actually a complicated process that needs to be done by a professional
Yes.
if you're making a real book or magazine. Well, that's the end of our 3-day article about the secrets behind A+ and the people that make it work. We hope you've learned a thing or two and maybe inspired you guys to look for a job in editing or writing in the future. Well, let's go to our review time activity to practice some vocabulary.
Review time.
Another review time game for you, Laura, to practice the vocabulary in the article. It's definitions.
Oh, see if you can beat me.
Yeah, I'll tell you the definition of the word and see if you can guess the word before Laura gets
I don't
it.
think you can.
Here we go. Number 1. One stage in a process that has many different parts.
我刚以为你要把答案讲出来 ，one step 没有啦 ，step
Wow, she
一
got
个
it.
步骤一个步骤。
Laura got it really fast. Can you beat her? Number 2. The act of visiting different places, usually for fun or to explore.
Travel 你刚刚讲
好快
visit 我就想讲 travel 了。
Travel, yeah. The verb version means to move around different
Right.
places. Okay, next one. The front page
Cover
of 都没有讲完呢。
对呀、
Front page of a book or magazine is the cover.
封面。
Very, very good. Well, that's all the time we have for today. There are more words for you guys to review with definitions. But for now, that's all we have. We should go upstairs and thank our editors and layout designers and writers for providing us with such good content. All right, see you next time.
Bye!
Magazine jobs, editors, and layout designers. Warm-up question. Which topic do you want to write about? Why?
Follow these steps to design your own magazine. 1. Choose a topic for your magazine. Maybe you like food, technology, sports, travel, art, or another topic. 2. Find a great picture for the cover, or draw your own. The cover shows the main idea of your magazine, so choose it carefully. 3. Decide on the number of pages. 4. Write your magazine's articles. Don't forget titles for the articles. Look for pictures to go with your articles. 5. Number each page from beginning to end. 6. Check everything for spelling, grammar, or any other kind of mistake. 7. Bind your magazine and share it with your friends. Word power.
Step. Step. The first step to make this cake is to mix an egg with some sugar. The first step to make this cake is to mix an egg with some sugar. Travel. Travel. My dad does business travel often. He stayed in Hong Kong for 5 days last week. My dad does business travel often. He stayed in Hong Kong for 5 days last week. Cover. Cover. This book uses a picture of a big white cat as the front cover. This book uses a picture of a big white cat as the front cover. Carefully. Carefully. Please use this paint carefully. Don't get it on your clothes. Please use this paint carefully. Don't get it on your clothes.
认识字汇
Technology. Technology. Grammar. Grammar. Bind. Bind.